Hello everyone, I'm HR Dynamics Digital Reporter. In this episode, I'll spend several minutes highlighting this week's major HR news and sharing practical analysis on how these developments affect daily management and business strategy from an HR perspective. Hong Kong's latest labor market figures show a continued cooling trend. According to the Census and Statistics Department, unemployment climbed to 3.9% for July to September 2025, marking the highest level in more than 2 years. Around 155,600 people were out of work, an increase of 4,600 compared with the previous quarter. The sectors most affected include construction, retail, and social services, while finance and public administration remain relatively stable. Even more concerning is youth unemployment, which reached 8%, the highest since 2021. For HR leaders, this means careful workforce planning ahead. With the slowdown, companies are expected to review hiring plans, rethink retention priorities, and invest more in reskilling programs. The data also reinforces the need for graduate development pipelines and targeted support for younger workers. Starting November 1, 2025, Hong Kong officially expanded its short-term visa facilitation scheme to 17 professional sectors. Newly added fields include environmental management, occupational safety and health, maritime services, and think tanks. The expansion allows overseas experts to enter Hong Kong for up to 14 days and receive remuneration for specified professional activities without the need for an employment visa. This is excellent news for HR and talent acquisition teams. It means organizations can bring in short-term specialists for training, conferences, or consulting much more quickly. However, companies should ensure compliance by verifying their authorized organization status and maintaining documentation to show there's no displacement of local workers. Strategically, this development reinforces Hong Kong's goal to reopen its borders to knowledge and innovation talent, complementing local upskilling efforts. The abolition of the MPF offset mechanism, effective from May 1, 2025, has now been in force for 6 months. Under the new system, employers can no longer use their MPF contributions to offset severance or long service payments for service accrued after that date. Early feedback from HR departments indicates this change is beginning to affect company cash flow, especially for firms undergoing restructuring or redundancy exercises. While pre-May 2025 service remains grandfathered, the financial burden for new service periods is now direct. For HR leaders, this is the time to recalculate termination liabilities, register for the government subsidy scheme, and update financial provisions for 2026 budgets. This shift is more than a compliance update. It represents a long-term cultural adjustment toward greater employee protection and transparency in Hong Kong's employment system. The Minimum Wage Commission is expected to release its first recommendation under the new formula-based review system following the October 31st deadline. The upcoming May 1, 2026 rate will be the first calculated using consumer inflation and economic growth indicators, replacing the older discretionary review model. The current minimum wage stands at 42 Hong Kong dollars and 10 cents per hour, and projections suggest an increase to around 43 Hong Kong dollars to 45 Hong Kong dollars. For employers, the new formula offers predictability in payroll budgeting. But HR should start preparing for possible wage compression between entry-level and junior professional grades. This is also the right moment to reevaluate total reward strategies, ensuring motivation isn't solely tied to hourly pay. In a labor market showing moderate growth and rising unemployment, striking the balance between cost control and fair pay will define competitiveness in 2026. The Privacy Commissioner for Personal Data has stepped up monitoring of how employers use artificial intelligence in HR processes. Recent guidance emphasizes that any AI-assisted decisions, such as in recruitment, performance evaluation, or termination, must include meaningful human oversight. The PCPD's compliance checks earlier this year revealed that about 80% of Hong Kong companies already use AI in daily operations. This week, regulators reiterated that stricter enforcement is coming, particularly for data privacy and discrimination prevention. HR leaders should act now by auditing all AI tools used in hiring and people management, creating an internal AI governance policy, and providing AI literacy training for staff who handle employee data. Responsible AI adoption will soon be a hallmark of employer reputation and trustworthiness in Hong Kong's evolving digital workplace. Looking across all these updates, Hong Kong's labor market is entering a transitional but opportunity-rich phase. Unemployment is rising modestly, but wage systems, labor protections, and mobility policies are modernizing rapidly. The best HR strategies for the months ahead include preparing for regulatory deadlines, especially the Continuous Contract 468 rule and enhanced medical reimbursement rates in January 2026, strengthening retention programs, emphasizing work-life balance, recognition, and development, leveraging international mobility schemes to bring in short-term expertise, and investing in digital governance to ensure ethical and compliant AI usage in all HR systems. Together, these actions position HR